Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Inevitable Excess with me, Bring It On. It's gonna chase down Marvok. I'm gonna activate this as well. I doubt we're gonna come back through here.
We stand.
And either way it's gonna go to waste, but I'd rather waste it on my terms instead of just letting it sit there. Alright, I guess we're going into the ice hole. Seems like a good plan. Well, this is cool. This is Axis, the lawful domain in Pathfinder.
I'll go ahead.
Not to be confused with Mechanus. A different setting.
I know what to do.
Begone, fiend!
Alright, this is a good fight. Easiest fight in the DLC so far. You see a peculiar keyhole in the mechanism. And we don't have the key.
Ready for anything.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Fall!
Let's try this way. This will hurt.
Mind over muscle.
An unexpected outcome.
Can't see him past Bismuth's big head. Get out of the way, Bismuth. There we go.
Calculated risk.
Rely on me.
So I believe it was Bucephalus who took a little bit of ability damage. Take care of that. Oh, it has to be a restoration. Okay.
Let me help.
Fair enough. I don't want to waste a greater restorations. Let's find a restoration scroll or something. Alright, there we go.
Worthy of praise.
Gained 4 experience. I guess the real question is, north or south? Go this way first.
I know the way.
They will break against our resolve.
This should do it.
I will bring down the divine wrath!
Did you leave Socio alone for just a second? Alright.
I am prepared.
My will is resolute.
Use this opportunity to try and heal up my main character a little bit. Alright, some loot. A rusty key. This rusty piece of metal looks more like a part of an antique mechanism than a key. I believe I know where that goes, and mold bloom root. This gnarled root is coated in some black and sticky substance. Gross. Traveler's Essays, Axis, the most boring of cities. Axis. The eternal perfect city that takes up an entire plane of existence. Grandiose, pompous, epic in its equanimity and sublimity. Many a traveler dreams of visiting this fascinating place just once in their lifetime. Many leave it disappointed. Where else can one witness a plain-sized city? Or more accurately, a great number of cities consolidated into a single urban organism. One cannot help but marvel at the sight of the citadel of resplendent clockwork, home of the goddess Bry, the patroness of inventors. This veritable labyrinth of cogs, lenses, and pendulums exists in perpetual motion, and as such, the observer may well lose track of time. It is impossible not to tremble while walking the streets of Aktun, Axis' capital of sorts, Abadar's very own domain, whose broad avenues all converge at a single point, the fabled Central First Vault, the forever sealed repository of copies of all the things that were ever created. No one is allowed to enter and look upon the exhibits therein. The most a traveler can hope for is to lay a hand on its walls and be awed. Ah, Axis, the ideal, the utopia. Your thoroughfares are perfectly symmetrical, and one can never get lost on the way. Customers will never be swindled at your markets, but the prices are approved and set by the government. Your streets are spotless. The guards are polite and attentive. Even if a crime were to take place, it would be thoroughly investigated, and the criminal punished. Safety is your guarantee. Then why is it that this article bears such an unflattering title, you ask? If you were paying attention while reading my essay, then you already know the answer. Axis is a great city, a perfection reached. It has nothing to improve, nowhere to grow. That's what makes it incredibly boring. Here, you can't get lost in the back streets. You can't haggle at the market. Even the local theaters and museums exist more for existence's sake than as a creative space for actors and artists. The freedom of self-expression here is dead. It simply expired on its own, finally dying of old age and its sleep, unnoticed and unwanted. And yet I would gladly come back to Axis, some other time in the distant future. After all, I doubt that there exists a better place in the world to spend your golden years in peace and quiet. Rye Shellix for Traveler's Essays. A word of warning. Gnomes are advised against visiting Axis. In this city, more than anywhere else, they stand to either face prompt bleaching, or just as prompt run-ins with the law as a result of extreme attempts at bleaching prevention. Now, the words of a prayer to Abadar can be heard in the hum of the mechanism.
Follow my lead.
Alright, so we have another path to take. I do want to go back and activate this thing first. See what it does.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
So I'm guessing we can't get over here yet? Must be another piece of the puzzle that we don't have quite yet. Let's go this way. Ha 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 ha. Okay, that was fine. Okay. Making sure I did the right amount.
Into the fray!
A pretty big fight. I think I'm gonna drop Guarded Hearth first.
You've crossed the wrong
I
mongrel.
will resist. Prepare yourself. Desna, guide my hand.
Of course, there's one I was going after that teleported away. Alright, let's go ahead and charge them then. And let's see. He's still casting Guarded Hearth. I don't like that there's two of them back here. I'm going to try and slow them down a bit.
Leave a bruise.
Let's try this way. This will hurt.
I'm all right.
Alright, really need to get this heal out. Like so. All you guys focus on this guy once I can target him. Keeps jumping around, that's annoying.
A calculated risk.
But I think we've got it in the bag. Gotta be able to target him. There we go, perfect.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
This should do it.
Make your peace.
That is not far.
Alright, we did it.
Ah,
Unusual gear. Unusual gear, clearly one of a kind. Decorated with carvings and magic runes. Frost Embrace, Fixed Obsession. Alright, so Fixed Obsession. Whenever this +3 keen throwing axe lands a hit, all its further attacks until the end of the round deal 1 additional force damage. This damage bonus stacks up to 10. I'm pretty sure these are the weapons he drops in the base game. Frost Embrace. Whenever the wielder of this +3 Icy Burst throwing axe lands a hit against a new enemy, the enemy must pass a Fortitude saving throw or become paralyzed for 2 rounds. But just in case it isn't, I'm going to read them anyway. Now let's see. Yeah, as much as I like that other belt, I think having the extra attribute points here is more valuable. At this point in time, anyway.
I'll go ahead.
I will lend you my aid.
Alright, top everybody off before we explore. We never know when something nasty might pop up. Which has been happening a lot in this expansion.
I know the way. Follow my lead.
I'll try jumping across here one more time. So weird. Also, even the map looks really cool in this area. Alright, let's go back and talk to Valmallos, and we'll see about coming back here later. Maybe there's something else that we need. Ah, excess. It's been a while since I was killed in such a splendid fashion. The anomaly doubles over in a fit of laughter, which then quickly ends. How many deaths do I have yet to experience? Why do you call me excess? Answer me. Because it is you, or you are it, or you are yourself. I'd like to reward you for defeating me. A single answer to a single question. one that you don't have the brains to ask, the one that will ultimately answer all your other questions. Listen then, and take heed. All things in this world have another side to them. You, me, even Threshold. Would you like to see it? I promise, you won't be disappointed. The gear I had in my pocket when you were killing me is the key. Find the keyhole yourself. Now leave. Now depart this stultifying place. Playing the part of an unwashed barbarian is absolutely unbearable. He's just too coherent. I demand answers to my other questions. Or what? You'll kill me? Go ahead. Hook me with a sword. Mash my head in. Tear at me with your teeth. I won't even resist. He looks at you expectantly. I'm sick of this. Go seek your answers yourself. Alright, begone, anomaly. Get out of my sight. You won't be seeing me again. Until next time, XS. I'm actually going to swing by Gizmera real quick and stock up on some scrolls, because I think we're going to need them going forward. There we go. Greetings, guest. Marvok turned out to be the source of the anomalies. I knew it. There's a wrongness about him. He disappeared the moment you stepped into the Great Hall. I doubt he would come back here now that his secret is known. Thank you. Don't mention it. Alright, so I want some scrolls of Resurrect. And I think I'm going to buy some scrolls of Remove Curse, because right now the only person that can cast Remove Curse is Seela. With her Mercy, and she has the Remove Curse spell equipped. So if something happens to her, then I'm out of luck. I mean, I shouldn't need that many, right? I'll grab 20. Oh, they have different caster levels. Weird. Weird that a single merchant sells two different... or scrolls that have two different caster levels like that. I don't know if I've seen that elsewhere. I have a few of these as well. Because that can be really annoying to deal with. Alright, outside of that, I think we're all set. Gonna sell some stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to use any of this stuff. I just need to make sure I don't sell... Sorry, I got sidetracked. Make sure I don't sell Bismuth's equipment, which is this. Shoot, I sold his bracers. Let's hold on to those. And what's this? Mental perfection is good for him. Well, no, he already has that. Someone might end up needing that, so I'll hold on to that for now. We'll get rid of this stuff. Alright. Good enough. Yeah. Alright, we should be all set.
As it should be. Focus on the
Back to
goal.
threshold. Oh, that's where the cog goes. I'm glad that was a loading screen, otherwise I
That
would
is
have
not
figured
far.
that out, at least not right away.
It's not waiting. I know the way.
Yeah, because I had forgotten this was even here. So where's Valmallos at? Oh, when he sees fit. Okay. So he'll find us.
I will help where I can.
The other side of threshold. Doesn't sound safe, but alright. Don't like the looks of this. The portal behind you closes with a quiet click, spelling an abrupt end to your expedition. Machines whir to life around you, greeting you with a low and measured hum. Then a whisper reaches your ears. Driven by his own lust for knowledge, Nexus fails to notice he has walked into a trap. We manage to find the key, or perish mere steps away from the revelation. I swear if it says it's coming from everywhere again, I won't be upset. I try to understand where the whispering is coming from. The voice is moving. At first you thought it was coming from somewhere below you, but then it moved to the side. Now it is originating from near the ceiling. Is there a ceiling to this place? Because it looks like we're in the cosmos. Who are you? After asking the most predictable of questions, Nexus strains his ears, but silence is the only answer. His last words are swallowed up by a wave of barely suppressed laughter. What key am I supposed to find? Nexus' mind is abuzz with the correct questions. Now all he must do is find the correct answers. Stop calling me the Excess. I am Don Quixote de la Mancha. The Excess does not enjoy being called the Excess. He shakes his fists, stomps his feet, gnashes his teeth in helpless anger. The whispering grows furious. Mad, 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 mad. The whispering dies down, almost choking on its own malice. When the voice speaks again, there is no more hostility. But he can do nothing about his fury. Prepare to fight. Realizing that combat is inevitable, the Excess clutches his weapon, ready to turn it against the attacking anomalies. The whispering suddenly rises to a hysterical shriek, instead of looking for the key inside himself.
I refuse to accept their statement.
Teela's actually in a pretty good position here.
Thank you.
Bismuth, intercept there, please.
I will resist.
You won't survive
Let's
me.
try this way.
I get some summons out right here. And everybody should be doing something.
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking. Eternal Rose, I call upon you. Is this a mock fight?
This
You're irrelevant.
Alright, nothing to it. Oh. I knew this room was going to be trouble. The foes are routed. Heat of battle recedes. Is this victory? But no. The accursed machines still hum, their lights blinking, the tiny cogs grinding on. The whisper pauses, waiting for this angry outburst to pass. New enemies will soon emerge from the machines. What is to be done? Where is the way out? Look around for a way out. You immediately spot a small balcony high above your trap. With no teleportation magic at your disposal, getting up there will be a challenge. The Exus looks up and sees the way out. What joy! Hope once again flares within his heart. But how to reach it? While the Exus ponders, time keeps slipping away. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The steady hum of machines is growing louder. What are these machines? These machines are obviously malfunctioning, thus producing sparks as their intended purpose. Speaking of which, you know that Kitsune tails are prone to spontaneous combustion if put in close proximity to sparking devices. As though suddenly remembering something, Neo takes a hasty step back. The Exus examines the machines and understands they were supposed to produce creatures that would inhabit this world, but now they are broken and producing anomalies instead. They are broken. They're producing anomalies. The voice bursts into a malicious hiss that suddenly cuts short. Are we broken? Distinct clicks can now be heard in the measured hum of the machines. You said I have to look for the key inside myself. What does that mean? Following the suggestion, Nexus looks inside himself, doing his best to recall recent events. Did he notice anything strange? The voice emits a quiet chuckle, then another, and finally bursts into booming laughter. Anything strange? Unusual? This entire prison is strange. The anomalies, the Proteans, good old Valmallos. And that's not to mention our voice, dispensing cryptic hints your feeble mind is failing to comprehend. Is there anything that doesn't feel strange here? The voice abruptly calms down, the laughter dying away. We hate this place. Sparks burst in the mechanical innards, hissing as they land on the cold floor. Try opening the portal you entered through. The portal that closed behind you has disappeared without a trace. There's not the slightest hint that it was ever there. No. Not that way. Excess looks around and understands that there's no way back. Stupid Excess. Why is he looking for a way out when the exit has already been found? The hum of the machine seems to be reaching its peak. Follow the voice's advice and try to find a way to reach the balcony. There's no way to reach the balcony using ordinary magic, but you could never be called ordinary. Your unique powers have saved you many times in the past, so perhaps you'll be able to combine them with a spell and move yourself. Or perhaps, do the opposite, move the balcony closer to you. Yes. The excess is on the right path. Move closer. Move the goal closer to the excess, and the excess closer to the goal. How did the voice know what you were thinking? Now's not the time to dwell on it, because the key to solving the problem is right under your nose. You can feel it. Closer. You can close the distance yourself. It seems impossible, but you're the maker of impossible things. To reach the balcony, all you have to do is to want it. Just want it, and it will happen. How is that even possible? You're running out of time. Machines won't wait for you to get over your existential crisis and believe in yourself. Act now. Once you reach the balcony. Oh, we brought our summons with us. They don't usually travel with you. Oh, we left our pets behind. Oh no, tiger! An insane, unrealistic desire. Impossible, illogical, but somehow unbelievably correct. You know you can easily make it a reality. Yes, yes. You did it, my darling excess. We knew you would do it, because you already transported yourself across this world even without knowing it. It wasn't hard, was it? Scarcely more difficult than going from threshold to eyes, and back in the blink of an eye. Oh, so we were doing that too. Now go forth. We'll certainly meet again. The voice falls silent, lets out a little giggle. Just don't die somewhere along the way, excess. Your character has acquired the Dimension Door Mass unique ability. It can be used an infinite number of times, but only out of combat.
A bright future
mistakes.
awaits us.
Okay? We have more to explore here, so let's go and do this. Alright. That is a good place to call the episode, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. And in the next one, we will continue exploring the other side of Threshold and see what we can't find. Not sure why this is considered underground. It definitely looks a little, above the ground. I don't know, maybe it should be like a time-space terrain type. By the way, our stone skin wore off. Either way, gonna call it here. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.